Okay, let's just say it. Something is fundamentally broken in the world of engineering. You know that old playbook for building a career, for hiring top talent? It's basically obsolete now. AI is rewriting the entire contract between schools, companies, and engineers, and it's happening faster than anyone expected. So, in this explainer, we're going to break down what this all means and lay out the new blueprint for engineering talent.
This really hits the nail on the head. For decades, right, a good degree was a promise. It was a reliable signal that you had what it takes. But now, that signal is getting super weak. Your degree might get you in the door, but it is absolutely no guarantee you can actually do the job. The rules of the game have completely changed, and if you don't understand this shift, you're going to get left behind.
All right, so what's the real problem here? We're calling it the 2018 hiring trap. Think about it. It's this instinct to just keep using the same old hiring playbook, a playbook that is now dangerously out of date. And what's the result? A massive trust deficit. Managers don't trust the credentials, and new engineers can't figure out how to prove themselves. It's a mess for everyone. This right here, this sums up the whole shift. In the old world, not too long ago, your degree was seen as a trusted proxy for skill. You had the paper, you were in. But in this new world, where AI is churning out all the routine stuff, that same degree is just your ticket to the game. It's the price of admission. The big question is no longer, where'd you go to school? It's, okay, show me. What can you actually prove you can do? And this puts engineering leaders in a really tough spot. It's a real dilemma. Do you keep hiring like it's 2018 based on pedigree and risk getting people who look great on a resume but just can't hack it in an AI-powered world? Or do you just stop hiring juniors altogether? I mean, that's tempting, but then you're basically killing your future talent pipeline just to fix a problem today. It's a super high-stakes trade-off, and there's no easy answer. So to really get why this is happening, we've got to look at the very structure of an engineering career. And the best way I can think to describe it is like a ladder, but it's a ladder that's starting to get really, really wobbly, especially down at the very bottom rungs. See, for the longest time, there was this simple, unwritten deal, right? Universities gave you the credentials, and companies gave you the real-world, on-the-job training. That first rung of the career ladder, it was solid. But now AI is automating away the exact kind of routine tasks that junior engineers used to learn on. So the whole economic reason for companies to train them is just shrinking. The entire system is getting thrown off balance. And look, this isn't just some theory we're throwing around. You can actually see this shift in the data. So let's treat this like an investigation. The evidence file is officially open. The career ladder is wobbling, and we need to look at the clues to figure out exactly what's going on. Okay, evidence file number 1. Opportunities are just vanishing. We're seeing reports that UK tech graduate postings are down, and I mean way down. And get this, research from Stanford's Digital Economy Lab is showing that the jobs most exposed to AI are the exact same ones seeing the biggest drops in early career hiring. The squeeze on entry-level jobs is absolutely real. Now look at this number, 63,759. That is a massive number. That's how many jobs were cut at just 3 major Indian IT firms in a single year. And the leaders of these companies, they're not being shy about it. They're explicitly saying it's because of AI and automation. It's a huge signal that the era of hiring tons of juniors is coming to an end. So what does all this evidence tell us? It all points to one big thing. A growing trust deficit. It makes sense, right? When a machine can spit out boilerplate code way faster and cheaper than a junior engineer, managers are going to raise the bar. They just can't afford to bet on potential anymore. They need proof. And that creates this giant hurdle for anyone trying to break into the industry. Okay, so the problem is pretty clear, right? The ladder's wobbly, trust is at an all-time low. So how in the world do we fix it? Well, the answer isn't as simple as just learning a new AI tool. No, it's about becoming a fundamentally different kind of engineer. We're talking about the T-shaped engineer. And this is the core idea you have to get. As AI gets ridiculously good at the what, actually writing the lines of code, the real lasting value shifts. It shifts to the why and the how. It shifts to those uniquely human skills, things like context, judgment, and foresight. That's where the money is. This is what we call the human advantage stack. And please, let's get one thing straight. These are not soft skills. That term is terrible. These are critical, hard-nosed skills for controlling risk and creating value. Things like, can you actually frame a problem and feel empathy for the user? Can you use your critical thinking to spot when an AI is hallucinating but sounds super confident? Can you imagine all the ways a system could be broken or abused? This is where humans are irreplaceable.
All right, so how do we actually build and, more importantly, find these T-shaped engineers? It's going to take a whole new blueprint for hiring and for development, one that throws out all the old assumptions and just focuses squarely on proven capability. This new blueprint is really built on 4 layers of proof. You start at the bottom, the foundation. Can you execute using modern tools? And yes, that includes AI. But you can't stop there. You've got to move up the stack and assess what really matters. Do you actually get the product and the domain? Can you think about system-level risks? And at the very top, can you collaborate and communicate with other humans? That's the whole package. And this table just lays out the practical shift so clearly. Look at it. We're moving from asking, where did you study, to what can you show me? We're stopping this obsession with resume keyword filters and starting with an artifact-first review, meaning we look at your actual work first. And maybe the biggest change? The learning model. It's no longer about long, expensive training after you get hired. It's about guided production, where new hires are actually creating value from day one while they learn.
So what does this actually look like when you're interviewing someone? Well, it means we have to stop overweighting things like the name of the school on their diploma, their GPA, or those ridiculous trivia-style interview questions. Instead, we need to start assessing things that matter. Look at their portfolio. Give them short build and explain exercises. Throw risk prompts at them. Basically, you test for the job by having them do a piece of the job. For any managers or leaders out there, this all translates into a pretty clear playbook. Step 1. Rebuild your whole screening process around proof, not pedigree. Step 2. Create what's called an entry-level value edge. That's a specific, supervised space where a junior can safely add real value from day one. After that, you make AI use-safe and coachable, you partner with universities to get them on the same page, and most importantly, you have to protect your future. That means redesigning your entry-level pipeline, not just getting rid of it. So, as we close our investigation, what's the final verdict? Well, in this completely new landscape, there's really only one currency that matters anymore, and that currency is evidence. Now, don't get me wrong, a degree is still valuable, for sure. It shows you can commit to something and see it through, but its role has totally changed. Think of it as the starting pistol in a race, not the finish line. The burden of proof, proving that you can actually do the job, that's on you now. You have to provide it. This really should be the mantra for this new era of engineering. It's a simple but incredibly powerful shift in how we think. Stop hiring for where they went to school. Start hiring for what they can prove. It's that simple. That is how you find the real talent and build a team that can actually survive and thrive. And that's really the final takeaway. Case closed. The old signals of trust, they're fading away. And in their place, a new, much more direct standard is taking over. Trust in an engineer's ability isn't something that's just handed out with a diploma anymore. It has to be earned, piece by piece, through cold, hard evidence of what you can do.